Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Friday spot here on Pagan Perspective. I'm uploading this a little bit late, but I'm more of a night person, so get used to it. Anyway, this week we are talking about spirits possessing your house and your house being haunted. As someone who used to work as a tarot reader slash medium, I really hate calling myself that, but other people called me it, so I just kind of put it on my business card to say. Anyway, being as such, I get a lot of questions about spirits and spirits possessing people or spirits inhabiting houses or things like that. But the odd thing is, as much as I deal with spirits, I don't really have all that great advice for you. There's been a few people who I've just not been able to help, and this is very blunt, but most of these people who I was not able to help with their problem, like a spirit inhabiting their house or whatever, most of the people who I was not able to help, I could tell that they wanted this spirit to be there to some degree. I could just sense it in my being, I guess. So, something about a spirit being in your house. Sorry. Something about a spirit being in your house is, if you are trying to get rid of it, people will say things like, oh, well, this didn't work, I tried this and that didn't work, or I tried this and that didn't work. Whenever people say these things didn't work, in my experience, and I'm not saying the person who asked this question is like this, or in fact it might be somebody in the person's family who is like this perhaps, especially given the tone of the question that was asked. They said that they were speaking to a loved one who had passed over. For some reason, I can't remember if you said it was a grandfather or if I'm just sensing that. Either way, they said that they were speaking to a loved one who had passed over, who knew this spirit that was in their house. And the loved one who had passed over said, no, there's nothing that you can do about it, because I made a blood bond with the spirit and they're not going to be able to leave. I keep hiccuping / burping. Now, my opinions on that kind of thing is, there's never something that someone could do that could not be undone. In my experience, there might be some things that someone can do that you are not able to undo, because perhaps you are not experienced enough, or you are not well versed enough, or you I don't know what my last topic, I just had a brain fart. But anyway, you're just not used to it, or you might just have some psychological problems that you're not necessarily noticing. And spirits, fuck, do they operate on on psychological problems. Like, if you have problems with depression, or problems with anger, or problems with anything psychological, they feed on the weak. They are very attracted to the weak. And they are also very attracted to the people who are able to see them or hear them. And so just the very act of you being able to see them or hear them is going to be a very much a lure towards spirits. Because imagine being dead for who knows how long, and trying to communicate with several of your loved ones or friends or even strangers or anybody to notice you, and then you finally run into somebody who does, who notices the tiniest bit about you. They might notice that you walked a certain direction, or what you look like, or your name, or a scent, and just instantly that spirit gets very, very excitable and wants to communicate with you even more so. So, that being said, I know this sounds strange, but the best way that I have found to get rid of a spirit is to, of course, do whatever ritual or practice, or burn whatever incense, or sprinkle whatever holy water that it is, do whatever it is that you feel like would help. But you have to be it's a battle of wills. It's a battle between two people's wills, and one of them happens to be dead. So it's a very exhausting thing. You very much need to focus, you very much need to project, you very much need to know what you are doing to communicate with this entity and make it leave. And a very important part that I feel of making an entity leave is to not think about it. To 100% in your fiber and being know that this being is already gone and it does no longer exist in your house. It no longer inhabits your house. And some people will try this and say that they notice signs coming up that is kind of like proving that the being is in their house, and so they start to kind of doubt, their own abilities and stuff. And that's when this kind of starts to fly off the rails, to say, whenever you are, for lack of a better word, ignoring a being and trying to make it disappear and leave your house, it is not going to go without a fight, depending on the spirit. A lot of spirits you can help cross over through whatever ritual or speech that you want to give to them, but a lot of other spirits either don't realize that they're dead, or they do not want to cross over for whatever reason. And so you will have to make some spirits leave your house. And by doing so, I think it's very important that you focus on and very much make it solid that this being is no longer in your house. And once you do that, like I said, this being is going to put up a fight. They are going to, depending on the spirit, they are going to make things happen. They're going to make noises. They're going to move things. They are going to possess people. They are going to do anything that they have the ability to do in their knowledge to mess with you or to keep their location. But, like I said, it is very much a battle of wills. The psychic and spiritual realm operates on a very different wavelength and process that we are very used to. And it's just a battle of thought. It's a battle of will. It's a battle of concentration. It's a battle of experience. And if you are having trouble, yes, very much so, invite other people over to help you. But never once doubt that this being will leave your house. Never feel hopelessness. Never feel like this being is never going to leave, because you are feeding it. You are giving it more energy. You are giving it more physical effects. You're making it more powerful. It's so cliche to say, but the best way to deal with a spirit that is bothering you is to ignore it, is to not give it a reaction at all. And even, because spirits can go to some pretty lengthy things to try to get your attention, even whenever you start to feel it pressing upon your emotions, or making you angrier, or making you more frustrated or depressed, or whatever it is causing to you, you have to ignore that. And you have to 100% in your fiber of being believe that this spirit is already gone. It has already left your house. And you will overcome it, in my opinion. Now, if this doesn't work, I'm sorry. I'm not a guru. I'm not some expert. I'm just someone who interacts with spirits on an almost daily basis. Or at least things that I call spirits. Who knows what the fuck they are? Who knows if I'm schizophrenic? Who knows anything? But anyway, that is my advice, is to ignore it. And I know that's very cliche and very simple, and it doesn't sound like it would work, but in my experience, if you do like a ritual and you ignore it afterwards and all this other stuff, that is the big boom factor to making it go away is ignoring it and telling yourself that it's already gone and it's already gone away. But anyway, I'll stop talking now because this video is like 10 minutes long and such. So anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble. I hope this helps somebody out there. Good luck.